welcome back. Oh my god, I missed you. Did you miss the fork? A lot of people didn't even pick up on the fact that I had it clipped to a fork, but I I think it's hilarious. It works great though. Energy drinks. Like protein bars, I love energy drinks. Probably a little too much. They're kind of like the highlight of my day, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know, the little things that matter. But there's a lot of them out there, and I've tried a lot of them, and I've tried a lot of flavors, a lot of brands. But I was thinking, like, out of the ones that I like, which one do I like the most? It's a valid question that you probably never asked, but that's the point of today's video, to find out which one of my favorite energy drinks is the best. So let's get right into the first matchup. We're doing this March Madness bracket style. In the first matchup, it's a heavy hitter. Peach flavored Monster versus Reign Body Fuel Orange Dreamsicle. What's good? Future Parker here. Just want to make a quick disclaimer saying I don't recommend you drink energy drinks constantly, or at least as frequently as I am for this video. For this video, I'm drinking like 2 of these a day for a week, which is really something you shouldn't be doing because they're really bad for your teeth. They're kind of corrosive, and the artificial sweeteners, you really don't want to be having too much of it. And so I'm sacrificing my body for your entertainment. But yeah, just a quick disclaimer. I don't recommend you follow the same consumption habits I am showing in this video. Okay. Reign Body Fuel Orange Dreamsicle flavor versus the Peach Monster or Ultra Peach Keen. Wow. Whew. And I actually believe it's the only one of the zero sugar monsters that actually has the flavor of it in the name of it. The other ones are all just named after random verbs. Like, I think the purple one is like violet, and the green one is like fiesta or something. If you like peaches, you'll love this one. Funny enough, I actually don't even like peaches. Like, you're never going to catch me eating one. That's just not my thing. I like apples. I'm an apple guy. But then I don't like apple flavoring with most things. So it kind of balances each other out, I guess. That is good, though. I'm not gonna drink the whole thing on camera. That'd be silly. That's for Patreon only. Patreon exclusive, uncut. Even though I don't have a Patreon. All right, now we're just gonna jump straight into the difference in caffeine content between these two. I mean, this is actually the smaller can. They make the normal size can. This is the 12 ouncer. I mean, this is only 110 milligrams, so it's pretty small, but we're really kind of going based off flavor wise around here for this video. Caffeine is caffeine. It's like, I feel like once you get above like 100 milligrams, it's like it hits the same. It hits like caffeine. This might go all the way. This is like, I think the highest amount of caffeine, 300 milligrams. Oh wow. Oh wow. Dreamsicle, man. Now, funny enough, my family, we actually used to have an ice cream truck. And on that ice cream truck, we sold, as you might have guessed, ice cream. But the orange dreamsicle, like the actual popsicle, we sold those. And I used to sneak into the garage and go into our supply freezer like late at night, and I would just pound varying types of ice cream. And the orange dreamsicle, it was always up there with the fudge pop. It's such a distinct flavor. But the peach, man, I don't know. The peach does hit. The only thing about the peach, for some reason, I don't know if it's just me, like, the taste is great, but if I smell it, like if I go here and it kind of smells like body odor. It kind of smells like sweat. Now I don't know if that's just me, or maybe just peaches in general. But it kind of sucks because sometimes you go in right here, and you can go, wait a minute. You catch a whiff of that. You catch a whiff of the smell, and you think, like, is that me? But no, it's just the peach. It's the peaches. I don't know, man. I think the dreamsicle just really does it for me. It's a much more unique flavor and unique experience than the peach. That I think we're have to let the peach go to the wayside first round. So Reign Total Body Fuel Orange Dreamsicle, you're moving on. Congratulations. Okay, obviously it is the next day. Round 2 matchup. Let's get it. Ghost Red Berry Sour Patch Kid versus Ultraviolet Monster. Now, as I was alluding to earlier, the flavor is not really descriptive of the actual flavor. Ultraviolet. UV. The flavor is Sunburn. I've had a lot more of the Monster than I have of the Ghost. And it's not, I mean, it does taste like grape. And a lot of people don't like grape flavoring, but I've always liked grape. They just got the formula down. I kind of understand the whole thing about like, oh, like grape flavoring tastes like cough syrup or whatever that thing is. At some times, I mean, I wouldn't have this like every day because it could definitely get overwhelming. When you were a kid at like New Year's Eve and you get because you couldn't drink alcohol legally or I guess morally, you would get the sparkling cider or the sparkling grape juice in those bottles that looked like wine bottles or champagne bottles. I mean, it tastes just like that. So that's probably why I have such like a taste for it. Okay, enough of that. Now we're going to this one. Now this one's a little more fun. It's a little more wacky, you know. Sour Patch Kids, probably my favorite candy. I mean, the smell before you even drink it, you can definitely smell the Sour Patch Kid in there. I mean, it's good. It does. It's a lot more of that. Sometimes with like artificial sweeteners, kind of get that film kind of stuck to the back of your throat of the sugar or the syrup or whatever they're using to sweeten these things. And you don't get it with the Monster, but you do get it with this. It does have, I think it has more caffeine, but actually I don't think I like this as much as I used to because Ghost is a brand they make like supplements, right? And I've gotten their pre-workout before and I got the red Sour Patch Kid flavored pre-workout. And honestly, I hated it. It tasted terrible. And this is definitely better than that, but I think just after having that, I don't like it as much. I mean, I definitely like it. Kind of like I said earlier, the film you kind of get at the back of your mouth. It is kind of annoying. And you do not get that with the Purple Monster. So I think for that reason, the Monster's moving on. Round 3. Now, this matchup actually includes an energy drink that surprisingly I have never had before. Kind of threw it in there as kind of like a wild card. Like, oh, maybe I'll love it. Who knows? It's the sugar-free Red Bull. I don't know if that makes it any worse. First thing, why is it so small? We're going to find out if Red Bull is any good. That tastes like NyQuil. Gosh, why do people even like these? I don't even know what flavor that's supposed to be. This does taste like medicine, straight up. I mean, if I had a cold, maybe that'd be good. Versus another drink I actually haven't had, but I included it kind of for clout purposes. Prime strawberry watermelon. Surprisingly, I'm not usually a big fan of strawberry or watermelon flavored things, but we're including it because it's Prime and they're actually really, really hard to find. So I don't really have any expectations for it. I do enjoy the Prime hydration beverage. Oh, that is quite pleasant, actually. The Prime hydration beverages, and I assume with this as well, it has coconut water infused into it. And it's a little more softer type of water. You definitely notice a difference. It's miles above the Red Bull, so not even a comparison. This is definitely beating the Red Bull. I don't know. This has a chance of going a long way. It's very refreshing. The coconut water has an essence of refreshment, and I would say it's more strawberry than watermelon, which is probably why it's listed first. All right. Well, that was pretty easy. Prime strawberry watermelon. You are moving on. For our round 4 matchup, we have Prime again, but this time the green version, versus Ghost again, blue Sour Patch Kid. But we're going to start with the Prime this time. Lemon lime. The green Prime, just the normal hydration drink. The green one is actually my favorite one. So maybe that's going to translate. It probably will because it's the same thing, just carbonated with caffeine. Wow. I feel like I'm on an island right now. It just takes you away on a beach with a mojito. Excuse me. Excuse me, can I get another one of these? Another mojito, another double mojito, please. Thank you. And while you're at it, maybe some chicken quesadillas. Thank you. Extra salsa. Thank you, my friend. Gracias. Por favor. Yeah, that's a really good time. That's super refreshing. Tastes really clean. All the good things I said about the strawberry watermelon pink one, I think this actually does better. But let's not sleep on this sucker. This could brighten your day. Take one sip of this, and back in 2008, trick or treating, and you just got home and you just dumped all your candy out on the ground, and you and your buddies are all gathering around. You're Spider-Man, he's Batman, maybe we got Iron Man over here, and you're all gathering around collecting your candy into one big pile, and you start trading because maybe Batman doesn't like almond joys. I mean, no one really likes almond joys, but maybe Batman really doesn't like them. So you're like, okay, I'll take your almond joys and I'll give you all my Kit Kats, because Kit Kats are, I mean, they're okay, but they don't really do a lot for me. I like Twix or like Snickers or stuff like that. So you trade that, and then Iron Man over here, he's like, "Oh well, can I have your Skittles?" And I'm like, "No, you can't have my Skittles. I love Skittles." I'm sorry. Woo, talking dirty to me. Mm, we're matching, aren't we? It kind of tastes like a blue icy, which isn't that surprising because they're both blue raspberry flavor. This is probably the toughest matchup yet. I have to double fist these. This is a tough one. You know what? I actually think I like this one more. And I'll tell you why. This is a much more subtle flavor. When I'm thinking of an energy drink, I want something that's gonna like need something to kind of get me going. I mean, this is marketed to, I think, act as a pre-workout, and then this one isn't really. It might just be my little sweet tooth I have today. It might be just because I'm wearing blue. I think the ghost is moving on. Way to go, Ghost. Little redemption for you, huh? Ghost, Sour Patch, Blue Raspberry, you are moving on. Ultra Paradise Monster versus Rainbow Sherbet Rain Body Fuel. The original Green Machine right here. I believe this flavor is less of lemon lime and more green apple. In fact, that's exactly what it is. It's green apple. It's absolutely remarkable, honestly. I mean, I can't say a single bad thing about it. I feel like it's also not one that you see very often. No complaints. Versus the Rainbow Sherbet. Now, if you remember, we did the Orange Dreamsicle in round one. Normally, I probably pick the Orange Dreamsicle most of the time. But this one it's not one to mess with. Now, I don't really even know if it tastes like Rainbow Sherbet at all, because I haven't had Rainbow Sherbet in a very, very long time. It just tastes good, honestly. It kind of tastes like Skittles, which I might have just made that up, or taste the rainbow when I'm thinking of rainbows right now. I just know it tastes good. Does it taste better than the green apple monster, though? Hard to say. I mean, if you know me, I'm the apple god. I love apples. Can't get enough of them. I just had my third apple of the day, like an hour ago, and it's not even 3 o'clock yet. You could almost call it a problem. I like to think of it as more of a very, very strong admiration. I almost want to just move them both on because they're basically perfect. But I think just because of my love and my attachment to the fruit family of apples, watch this not even be apple flavored, and it's like something else that's green. It's definitely not lemon lime though. It's a toss up for me. I could go either way. We might actually just have to let a coin decide. Heads is Rainbow Sherbet. Tails is Ultra Paradise Monster. Tails. Paradise. You're moving on. I don't want to take anything away from this though. Highly recommend. Okay, round number 6. We got Strawberry Starburst flavored C4 Energy Superhuman Performance versus the Celsius Peach Vibe. I do want to start off by saying Out of all of these that I have in this one was kind of given the least amount of thought. I only included it because I have it very frequently now, because at my university, the only energy drinks that they sell on campus are like Celsius or Rockstar, but Rockstars are terrible. So if I'm in a pinch and I want an energy drink, I'm really craving one, I'll get a Celsius because that's all they really have. Of the Celsius, the one I like the most is the peach one, but compared to the Monster peach flavor, it doesn't really even compare. But it's in here because I'm familiar with it. Kind of another candy themed energy drink, but this time it's C4 brand. Now they actually have a lot of different flavors. They have a Skittles one. I believe there's a red Starburst one. It is really good. It does taste like a pink Starburst. So they're not lying about that. 0 calories. Some of these are like, maybe 10 calories or 15. This is actually 0, apparently. Now C4 is kind of like a running joke in the fitness industry, I feel like, because their pre-workout is like probably the most widely accessible and widely known by it. At a GNC or a nutrition store, probably the most available pre-workout you can buy, and it's pretty bad, honestly. It was my first pre-workout that I ever bought, and I think I probably had 3 scoops of it and then never touched it again. I didn't like it, but their energy drinks are actually pretty good. I like them. Pink Starburst, some people don't like them. I like them a lot. I actually like them more than the red Starburst. That might be kind of different. I don't know. Let me know. Okay. And then we're just going to crack open the peach vibe here. Like I said, don't really like these that much. I just needed like a placeholder for this video. Yeah, the peach monster is so much better than this one. The peach flavoring isn't even that great. If you ever had like bubbly or like sparkling water where it's like barely flavored of something, the flavor is barely there that you can't even taste it, or like LaCroix, it's just barely better than one of those in terms of strength of flavor. It's pretty clear. I'm okay. I'm just crying because it's so good. Bubbles, Yeah, pretty clear for me. C4, strawberry sour patch or strawberry starburst, absolutely demolishing the Celsius. The second to last matchup of the first round. So we're getting serious with it. We're going back in time and we're visiting some familiar friends. Our friends over at Prime Hydration with an orange mango flavored energy drink. Now here's the funny thing. Never had this before, and I don't like mango like at all. Like mango is probably like my least favorite flavor. I mean, I like orange, but the mango might be a problem. Yeah, that is all mango. There is not a lot of orange in there. I mean, it's not an overpowering mango. That's all I'm getting. I know I said I hate mango, but it's not bad. Like I can understand why someone would like this. The flavor it's going up against is going to be a tough one to beat. So we're leaving the Caribbean or South America or wherever mangoes are grown. And we're coming right back to America, baby, with the bombsicle flavor. This also kind of takes me back to my days of my family owning an ice cream truck because we sold bomb pops. And I was sneaking those in late at night. Now I dropped this can, as you can probably see, it's a little wonky. But C4 again, C4 superhuman performance. Hope it doesn't explode on me. Oh shit. It didn't open. Now the tab is gone, and it's still not open. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, bomb pop flavor. If you've ever had the energy drink 3D, which is I believe is kind of associated with Alphalete, the fitness brand, I actually really love 3Ds. And my favorite flavor of those is the bomb pop flavor. But for some reason in Phoenix, Arizona, you can't find them like anywhere. I went to many different stores trying to find it. So this is kind of like the substitute for that one. But it's very, very good. Love me some bomb pop, baby. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of just a personal preference type deal. Definitely prefer the C4 over the Prime. But hey, that's just me. Don't hate on me because I ain't about the mango life. So C4 frozen bombsicle, you're chugging along. I had to get in character for this March Madness type deal. Today's when we decide who is going to be the champion. I mean, it's a question that scientists have been asking for years, for decades even. We're gonna answer it on this measly little YouTube channel, Parker Midas. But you can just call me Parker, unless you're a girl. Then you call me Sir. For the last matchup of the first round, we have what I would consider to be big time players. We're back in the monster camp. I ride hard for them. We got the pink monster, the Ultra Rosa. There's a little accent on the A there. Can you see it? Most things that are pink, I'm pretty infatuated with them. Oh, it's versus. We're back in the prime camp as well. We got the blue prime. Now, this one I have had a couple times, and let me tell you something. This one goes crazy. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. This might require the coin flip again, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully it's clearer than last time. At least that can actually opened. All right. Now I have no idea what this flavor is supposed to be, because like I said, it doesn't. It rosa. I mean, it doesn't taste like roses. Wait, is rosa Spanish for pink? Something else about the monsters I haven't even talked about at all is how cool the cans are. I mean, they have these crazy designs and they're textured, so you can I don't know. I've always liked them. I mean, that's just a straight up good tasting thing. No idea what the flavor's supposed to be. Let's crack this sucker. This flavor definitely hits you harder than the pink. I mean, this one's just kind of confusing because I don't know what it's supposed to be. And this one is just I am blue. They're both phenomenal in their own right. But I think in this situation, the prime, just because maybe it's a little fresher in my mind because it's still kind of in its honeymoon phase because I just started having them fairly recently. We're going with Mr. Prime. Optimus Prime. So that concludes first round. And now from here on out, I'm not going to be showing myself drinking them and tasting them every time because I don't want this video to be an hour long, and you don't either. Just going to give my straight opinion, straight facts, and we're going to rapid fire to the end to find out our champion. Meow, 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 meow. Rain Body Fuel Orange Dreamsicle versus the Ultraviolet Monster Energy. This is a tough one because, grape is kind of a controversial flavor. And the Dreamsicle is just I feel like it's much more creative of a flavor. Both of them I have associated with childhood memories. One with sparkling grape juice at Thanksgiving or New Year's Eve, and then the other one with my ice cream truck hustling days. I think we're going to have to go with the Orange Dreamsicle. It's a much more eccentric flavor, really kind of a showman if you think about it. Whereas the grape, he's a veteran. He's been there for a while. He's very good at what he does, but, I think it's time for the young guns to shake things up. So in this matchup, the Rain Body Fueled Orange Dreamsicle flavor is moving on. Next matchup, we got the Strawberry Watermelon Prime versus the Blue Raspberry Ghost Sour Patch Kid. It's kind of a matchup between the rookies here. We got the Ghost Sour Patch Kid, which is trying to really break it onto the scene, do new things, try new things. Flashy. Oh, we're Sour Patch sponsored or Sour Patch branded, right? Like big name candy. And then we get the Prime, the real new guy on the street. He's kind of figuring things out, but he's definitely making a splash. I talked about how I'm not usually a big fan of strawberry or watermelon flavored things, but I think in this case, the strawberry watermelon paired together really makes magic. And Ghost energy drinks, they tended to leave kind of a syrupy coating in your mouth that you want to kind of cough it up after you drink it. And that is annoying, but the flavor is really, really spectacular with it. And for a person who loves Sour Patch Kids, it pains me to say it, but I think the Prime is moving on. Started out as a hater of the strawberry watermelon flavor. The Prime really surprised me. Sorry, Casper. You were great. You're super friendly, but you got to go. We're back with the monsters. This time we got the Ultra Paradise Monster versus the C4 Starburst. Now, with the Monster being an apple aficionado and it being a green apple flavored beverage, I don't like red apple or like Fuji apple flavored things typically, but green apple really has a special place in my heart. But also Starburst. I mean, I love me some Starburst, and I like the pink ones the best. I think when it comes down to it, the green apple is a much more classic and I guess pleasing flavor to me, and it doesn't really get old in my mind at least. Whereas this pink Starburst, I mean, the pink Starburst is kind of tastes like you're gonna get a cavity with it. Honestly, it's very sweet, and I do believe the strawberry watermelon prime does a better job of capturing that strawberry essence than the strawberry Starburst does. So yeah, for that reason, Ultra Paradise Green Monster Energy, take it away. We got the Battle of the Blues right here. We got the Prime C4 Bombsicle. Now, actually, with comparison to those, the flavor actually isn't that far off. Surprising, because the Bombsicle is such a unique flavor, and you recognize it immediately of being that red, white, and blue classic. But maybe we've been tricked, and it's not actually Bomb Pop. It's actually just blue raspberry, because it does taste very similar to the Prime blue raspberry. And if I'm being completely honest, the C4 frozen bombsicle was kind of a substitute. He's kind of a second stringer, and I had to sub him in because 3D was he was on the injury list. Whereas the Prime Blue Raspberry, I mean, he's been a star from the start. I mean, he's new, but he's here to make waves, and he's here to make a name for himself. And I think in this matchup, he really does. He shines as being the superior blue raspberry, especially with that coconut water infusion. It really stands out, and this kind of leaves you wanting more. Prime, you are moving on for this one. I think this is the time when the fairy tale comes to an end for the strawberry watermelon Prime. I mean, I started out as a hater, didn't really believe in it, but it came a long way. I mean, I am impressed by its performance because I doubted it from the start, but it's just going up against an absolute truck with the Reign Dreamsicle. I mean, this flavor, I can't even describe to you how, in every way, it just kind of blows your mind. Somehow is able to capture a creamy essence. In my mind, the Orange Dreamsicle is the supreme in this matchup, and it just is. And right now, it feels it's at critical mass. I mean, nothing can stop it. I'm sorry to the Prime fans. I'm not sorry. Okay, this is natural selection at its finest. Reign Dreamsicle, you're going to the finals, baby. This is a tougher one. It's less obvious for me. These two, can't really say enough good things about both of them. And the thing to notice here is that all of these are actually very good. They're all winners at the end of the day, and they should be honored just to be nominated. I feel like I'm being pulled both ways. I feel like I got a horse tied to either end of me. But I think my heart of hearts is telling me that after a hard day of working in the fields, that those are my only two choices. I believe that I would pick the Green Monster. Think right now, okay, if I was really wanting an energy drink, which one would I go to first? The Green Monster it's a better experience overall. The Blue Prime, with blue raspberry not even being a real flavor, artificial flavor at its core. So Prime, you were coming in hot, you were coming on strong, and I almost thought you were gonna take the cake at the end of the day, but the Ultra Paradise is breaking your heart. My brain and my blood vessels are just pulsing with caffeine and sucralose right now. I don't even know what I think anymore. We've come to the finals. This is the location that all energy drinks in their creation, in the chemistry lab. This is the final frontier. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't actually think either of these is better than the other. They're kind of just different animals. It's like the Golden State Warriors versus the Oakland Raiders. They're right next to each other, or at least they were, but they're different sports. The Reign Body Fuel is like peak chemical engineering. I mean, it is like the pinnacle of what is possible with artificial sweeteners and flavor extracts. The Monster Ultra Paradise, it's not reinventing the wheel, but it's some good wheels. No, I haven't talked about caffeine really this entire time, but Reign Body Fuel has 300 milligrams of caffeine, whereas the Ultra Monster this is only 140. I mean, energy drinks aren't really healthy to begin with, but if we're talking about health hazards, 300 milligrams, I think that's enough caffeine. Whereas if you were to give that to a baby, it'd probably kill the baby. Whereas 140 milligrams, that's a little more manageable. It's less than half. I have to find something to distinguish between the two, and I think that has to be it. 300 is just kind of too much. That's how you get addicted, and that's how you build up a tolerance And then you get to the point where you're taking 3 scoops of pre-workout just to get a pump. And that's not the world I want to be living in, and that's not the world you should want to be living in either. So for that reason, Monster Ultra Paradise, you are the champion of this edition energy drink bracket. Didn't really see it coming. Gonna be honest with you. I didn't know that I had these feelings within me. They just kind of expressed themselves in the heat of the moment. Upon retrospect, they were always really there. I need to buy some more green clothes. I don't have enough green things. Green is such a beautiful color, isn't it? Okay, so that was the video. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you want me to do one of these again, but maybe this time with some of your recommendations. Throw my opinions out the window and we'll find out which one of your energy drinks are the best. All right, thanks for watching. I haven't had pants on this entire time.